The Dubai World Cup Day is without doubt the biggest racing night on the international racing calendar in Asia. With a purse of $10 million, it is the world's richest race, and the only race that comes close in terms of prize money is the Breeders' Cup, which pales in comparison at a mere $5 million. The day, which is a culmination of the Dubai Racing Carnival, sees the who's who of the racing fraternity from the world over in attendance at Meydan. With 6 Group 1 races, including the Dubai World Cup, and 2 Group 2 races with a cumulative purse of over $30 million, the day is packed with high-class racing action, with horses from both the northern and southern hemispheres in contention. In this, its 20th edition, the day was kick-started with the Group 2 Godolphin Mile sponsored by Meydan Sobha, which saw 15 runners in contention for the contest to be run on the dirt. Tamakoos, owned by Sheikh Hamdan, was the even money favourite here. Trained by Musaba, Al-Mohari, and one of Meydan's stars, having won a handicap and 2 Group 3 races over the mile, was the one to watch out for here, with Paul Hannigan in the saddle. His opposition came from Sloane Avenue, saddled by Jeremy Noceda, who would pose a threat with Frankie Dettori on board, even though this was Sloane Avenue's debut at Meydan. Saeed bin Sarur fielded Freewheeling, who was owned by Sheikh Ahmed. The 7-year-old had yet to win a race and had James Doyle on his back.
Frankie Four Fingers brings them onto the bend. 400 metres left to go as they flatten for the big prize. Frankie Four Fingers a length and a half in front of Freewheeling. Tamakoos into the clear. Layal on the rail. Sloane Avenue is deeper out. Frankie Four Fingers led. Coming to the final 200 metres. Freewheeling, Tamakoos, Sloane Avenue on the outside are all giving chase. Frankie Four Fingers out on his feet. Tamakoos put his head in front. Sloane Avenue coming at Tamakoos. Tamakoos fighting. He's won. Tamakoos has overcome the slow start to win by a half head to Sloane Avenue.
In a race that can only be described as a thriller, Tamakoos, who had problems at the stalls and was slowly away, displayed his battling qualities as he buckled down to beat Sloane Avenue by a short hit. Tamakoos' gallant performance gave way to the Group 2 the Dubai Gold Cup. The first race of the day to be run over the turf, it saw 15 stayers coming fray to battle it out over the stamina-sapping 3,200 metres. Leading the pack was the Tom Dascombe-trained and Michael Owen-owned Brown Panther. Brown Panther had earlier won the Irish St. Leger at the Curragh, but had then run disappointingly in the Breeders' Cup turf. He would be looking at getting back in form here with regular jockey Richard Kingscote in the saddle as well as with the longer trim. Also in the field was the Mike de Kock-trained Star Empire, who had run third to stablemate Al Mungit the last time out in the Group 3 Nad El Shiba Trophy a month earlier. He'd have Christophe Soumillon on his back. Sporting the Godolphin Silks was Azima, trained by Saeed bin Sarur, who had earlier run second in the Group 2 Artemis Goodwood Cup in July of last year. In his previous outing, the Group 3 Nad El Shiba Trophy, he had run 8th to Al Mungit and would now be looking at improving on that form with James Doyle on his back.
800 metres from the judge. He's 3 parts of a length in front of Brown Panther. Azima third, Marzocco fourth on the rail. A length away, Havana Beat being niggled at. Batheron, sticking to the plastic, is making ground on the inside. Then Meandre Star Empire. Dub Day, El Moonquith, Rio Tigra, Dormello, Couptado, Vassar and Brass Ring when heads were turned for home in the Dubai Gold Cup, and Brown Panther has run to the lead. Brown Panther in front by 2 lengths over Azima. Havana Beat on the outside, then Batheron. El Moonquist running on, but it's Brown Panther past the 200 metres mark. Brown Panther 3 lengths in front of Azima. Star Empire and Havana Beat are battling away, but Brown Empire with 50 metres left to go has it parcelled up. Goal!
Brown Panther, who was drawn out wide in 14, settled into second place as soon as the gates opened. Kingscote made his move at the top of the home straight, and his charge extended in impressive fashion to stretch away from the field and claim the spoils. Star Empire was in second, 3 1/4 lengths behind, with Azima in third by a short hit. Up next was the Group 2 UAE Derby over 1900 metres, which saw 10 3-year-olds face the starter to battle it out in a bid to earn points towards the Kentucky Derby. Mubtahij, trained by Mike Ticock, was the joint favourite here, along with the Golden Barrows trained Noriyuki Horii. Mubtahij had run second in a Group 3 race over a mile and had followed that up with the win in a listed race. He'd be partnered by Christophe Soumillon. Golden Barrows lacked the experience and would be looking at Ryan Moore to make up for this. Saeed bin Sarur had a runner in Maftool who was coming fresh into this contest on the back of a win in the UAE 2000 Guineas over a mile on this course. He'd have Paul Hannigan on board and would be looking to continue his winning streak.
Round the bend, Tap That and Golden Barrows, the Japanese pair, flattened for the run to the judge. Mubtahij is a length and a half away. He comes around their heels now and is about to give chase. Mubtahij moved up with 250 metres left to go, went straight past the leading pair and went for home. Christophe Soumillon put his foot flat to the metal and the derby's all over. Mubtahij is absolutely tearing away. It's a matter of how far. Mubtahij, eased in the run of the judge, has won the derby.
Christophe Soumillon took full advantage of his draw as he took over the running with 300 metres to go. He won by a whopping 8 lengths, with Maftool running second and Golden Barrows finishing third. Then came the Group 1 Ulco sprint over 1,000 metres on the turf. 16 runners were lined up for this one. The ever-popular Soul Pa, trained by Edward Lynam, a 2-time winner of the King Stand Stakes, Royal Ascot, had put up a lackluster performance in his previous start at Meydan, the Group 3 Meydan sprint. He'd be looking back to getting his winning form with Richard Hughes in the saddle.
On the far side, then Artug, Soul Power, Lancelot Delac, so Maximilian's a long way back as they link with the course proper, where Amber Sky is the leader. Amber Sky showing the way over Distinctive Passion, giving chase. Penophobia on the outside, Bundle of Joy on the inside, and Via Africa and Stepper Point now beginning to run on. Amber Sky in front of Penophobia. Here's Soul Power descending on the outside. Soul Power's coming with a wet sail on the outside. Will he do it in Dubai finally? Yes, he will. Soul Power.
Soul Pa, who was making his 5th attempt at the Ulco sprint, finally tasted success with a late surge to beat the favourite Penophobia by half a length. It was one of Richard Hughes's finest rides. Up next was the Group 1 Dubai Golden Shaheen over 1,200 metres that had 13 runners in contention this year. The field included the Singapore-based El Padrino and Secret Circle over from the US, who was trained by Bob Baffert. Secret Circle had not won in 6 races since landing the Breeders' Cup Sprint in 2013 and was beaten defending his title at the 2014 the Breeders' Cup Sprint by Work All Week. With Victor Espinoza on board, he was looking to get back to his winning form. He would, however, be opposed by the Tony Millard-trained Super Jockey, who had run 6th in the Group 2 Jockey Club Sprint at Sha Tin in November. With the world's eyes trained on this competitive field, all in Singapore's were trained on the Alvin Tan-trained, Oscar Chavez-ridden El Padrino.
Making a line of 3, and Super Jockey's a length and a half away. Secret Circle went to the front, coming to the final 200 metres. Super Jockey is giving chase. Rich Tapestry still there on the rail. Secret Circle in front. Super Jockey's coming. Super Jockey is driving at Secret Circle. Secret Circle but digs in, hangs on, wins.
Secret Circle proved once again that there is no beating American horses on the dirt. He battled the Hong Kong Raider Super Jockey, but did dig in deep to cross the finish line by a head to take the tally of US winners to 10. Onward then to the Group 1 Dubai Turf over 1,800 metres, and 10 would face the starter for this one. The Freddie Head-trained Solo was coming into this contest on the back of a 3-win streak, which culminated with a win in the Group 2 Qatar Daniel Wildenstein Stakes at Northshore. He would now be making it 4 races on the trot, with Maxime Guillon in the saddle. All eyes, however, were on the Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby, who had won the Group 1 Quipco Irish Champion Stakes with Ryan Moore in the saddle, had also won the French Derby.
Earnshaw the fence, Lamario is one away from the rail. Then So Low, Clado Sierra. The Grey Gatsby comes to the outside, and Mgio is pulled deeper out from Ashore Wish and Trade Storm. Euro Charlene in front at the 300, but So Low letting down now, quickly moves up. Solo runs to the lead from Earnshaw. The Grey Gatsby is running on, but Solo has pinched a break, and it is a winning break. The Dubai Turf goes to France, and Solo walks it in.
It was a battle of greys which went down to France as Solo extended clear in the blink of an eye to cross the finish line 4.5 lengths ahead of Great Gatsby, who was left trailing in his wake.
The Dubai Shima Classic.
It was then almost time for the big race of the night, with just one more race to go before the Group 1 Longines Dubai Shima Classic. With 9 runners in the fray to battle it out over the 2,400-meter trip, it was the Alain de Roy Dupré trained Dolnia who was looking to capture the spoils. Dolnia had run 5th to the mighty Trev in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe and had Christophe Soumillon on board, looking to score his second victory for the day. She had a French compatriot in Flintshire who was trained by André Fabre and who had won the Group 1 Longines Hong Kong Vase and would be ridden by Maxime Guillon.
In 26.7 and takes them to the back of the track as they come through the mist with 500 metres left to go in the Dubai Shima Classic, and Just the Judge turns for home in front of Dolnaya, one and only. Flinchy at the inside, main sequence, Harp Star, Sheikh Zayed Road to the outside, and Designs on Rome is coming from last. Dolnaya hit the front at the 200 metres mark, led from Flinchia. Designs on Rome out wide, but Dolnaya's in front. Flinchia's trying hard. It's Dolnaya in front of Flinchia. It'll be a French 1-2 in the Dubai Shima Classic.
Continuing the winning streak for the French, Dolnia led home a 1-2 finish as Flintshire was forced to settle for second, 2.25 lengths behind. And with that, it was time for the biggest race of the day, the Group 1 Dubai World Cup over 2,000 meters. This was the first time the race would be run on Meydan's new dirt surface. The 9-horse field consisted of the Art Sherman-trained California Chrome, who had won the first 2 legs of the US Triple Crown and had won the Horse of the Year there. The Colt had yet to win a race, however, after his Triple Crown campaign, but Victor Espinoza in the saddle looked determined to win one here. He would be opposed by the Saeed bin Saroor trained Prince Bishop, who, while lacked California Chrome's experience, had proved himself on the surface, finishing second twice, including in the Group 1 Al Maktoum Challenge, Round 3. He'd be ridden by William Buick, sporting the Godolphin colours. The field also included his stablemate African Story, who was back in contention this year, looking to defend his crown with James Doyle in the saddle.
2.5 lengths to Prince Bishop, 400 metres in 25.6, 800 metres in 49.4, and down the back of the track, Hopko Taramai by 3 parts of a length to African Story. California Chrome's a length away. He's third, but he's travelled wide from the word go. Lee is fourth. Long River under pressure. Prince Bishop's making ground. He's running on from the back. Then Candy Boy, Epiphania and Side Glance had dropped out to the rear. Hopko Taramai, a half length in front of African Story. California Chrome has loomed up 3 deep. Lee behind them. Prince Bishop is deep around as they turn the corner. Hopko Taramai in front of California Chrome and Prince Bishop on the outside. Lee's into the clear. He'll have to give them 2 lengths. Prince Bishop in front with 250 metres left to go. Prince Bishop's got away from California Chrome. Then Hopko Taramai and Lee, but it's the Prince Bishop and William Buick. Prince Bishop is clear and Prince Bishop wins the 20th Dubai World Cup.
Prince Bishop landed a huge upset in the world's richest race as he came from last to first under William Buick to hand trainer Saeed bin Saroor a record 7th win in the race. Prince Bishop steamed past California Chrome in the straight and went on to land the spoils 2 3/4 lengths ahead of America's #1 horse.